noticed there's a big running culture here in Sydney, so I'm going to join in with what the locals are doing, getting out for a sunrise run here on the harbour. Just got out for a morning run here in Sydney, and I am amazed at this place. It's got to be one of the cooler cities. And it's super quiet this morning, so just being out here is just a handful of other runners, really. But other than that, it's just been a spectacular morning. We just spotted a kookaburra. It's one of the really cool Australian birds here that are super goofy and funny looking and fun. But it's just straight up chilling on top of this massive fake flower, and just overlooking the Sydney Harbour. So he's got a good spot. Oh, there he goes. There's a lot of angry birds in here, cawing around. This is really cool. Super cool morning here in Sydney. Saw the sunrise, and yeah, the city's just amazing. So absolutely loving it. Got to run back to the hotel, pack up, and catching a flight to Canberra and getting into the snowy mountains. So it's a busy day, but loving it. Getting ready for really kicking off epic trails here in a really spectacular place. So can't wait to dive in. Thank you. Appreciate it.
No worries at all. Hope you have a nice
Yeah, it'll be a good one. So I just had to buy the most expensive underwear of my life. Got here in Australia, didn't realize that it was going to be actively snowing and blizzard-like conditions up on the mountain. So I had to pick up some base layers, and literally $104 for these base layers after the discount from the manager. So these better be some damn good underwear, because they cost me $100. Meeting up with Mike here shortly. He's going to be our guide that we're going to be working with in the snowy mountains. And we've received word that there is a storm approaching that might throw a few wrenches in our plans. But I think as we actually get out into the mountains, it's going to be maybe a little bit wild and even a little bit snowy. Get that, snow in the snowy mountains. It's supposedly summertime here, but I guess in the mountains you never know what you're going to get.
So the wind at the moment there, this is at 450, is 61 to 71 k an hour, and they've had 11 mil of rain since 9 a.m. So it's like if you just get the wind, it's bearable. But if with driving rain and camping and then trying to do footage, and if the mist comes in, you might get some good mist shots, but you'd be lucky to get a good sunrise or sunset or anything like this. You know, it can be quite extreme.
Okay.
Yeah.
You'll follow us up.
Yeah. I just saw my first kangaroos here in Australia. Hopefully we can catch some more, because I want some more kangaroo sightings. So we're also just supposedly got this cool viewpoint ahead. Not really sure. We just arrived in Jindabyne earlier today, and got our debrief for our adventure ahead. Seems like there might be some wild weather up in the snowy mountains. Doesn't really feel like it, but at the moment. But I think we might have a pretty good adventure in store for us. Yeah, this is a great spot. It helps give context for, like, okay, I've been having a hard time like visualizing like the greater scope of where we're even going. This is great to see.
So in winter, the coverage of the snow on the mountains here in a good winter is bigger than the area of Switzerland. Because
Really?
people say, yeah, it's a bigger surface area.
Oh, wow.
So you
That's
can
kind
do
of
it.
mind-boggling. You don't really. I certainly don't think of Australia as having much terrain that would be wintry.
No, so my partner and I
Alpine.
pulled a sled, and we went for 7 days. We didn't see anyone for 5 days.
Yeah.
Camping in some of the huts, but we had our tents, snow
Yeah.
shovels. Pulled a sled for 5 days navigating,
Yeah.
and backpacks and skis. And we went from one side of the mountains through to the other for 7 days.
Cool.
was pretty good. We didn't see one for 5 days. It was
No.
amazing.
Check him out. Real life kangaroo. It's probably like when people come to Arizona and freak out over seeing cactuses. It's like they're everywhere. But to me, this is cool. It feels really good to be back in Australia. I was here about a year ago to film a previous episode, so really just eager to be here and loving the culture and the language and just to hear the beautiful accent from everybody. So it's a really cool country and super excited about what's coming up in Australia here.